A warm welcome to Swimming on 216. I'm your host, Emma Prinsloo, and it's fantastic to have you here with us. Love is in the air, and this Valentine's weekend we are celebrating our love for swimming, thanks to Kuro and SuperSport schools. In today's episode, we've got the best of both pool swimming and open water swimming. Get ready for an exclusive look into the 2025 Aquele Mid-Mar Mile, which captivates the love of swimmers from all walks of life. Let's jump into the highlights from the second weekend of February to have a look at this incredible celebration of swimming. This year marked the 52nd edition of this iconic open water swim at Mid-Mar Dam in Howick, KZN. With over 12,000 swimmers taking part, it's no wonder that the Aquele Mid-Mar Mile is hailed as the largest open water swim in the world. And it's also no wonder that thousands and thousands of swimmers take part each year. It truly is an event filled with fun, adventure, and special family memories. There was an undeniable sense of teamwork as school swimmers from around the country gathered at Mid-Mar, united in their efforts. One of the most inspiring parts of the event was the many swimmers tackling mile after mile to raise funds for charity. Even as weather conditions turned choppy on day 2, supporters rallied in full force, cheering on the brave athletes who took on the open water with unwavering determination. This year, one of my awesome Olympic teammates, Martin Binedell, was at the Aquele Mid-Mar Mile, soaking in the action alongside the crowd. Let's join him at the dam to get a behind-the-scenes look at the excitement of the weekend.
Hello everyone, my name is Martin Binedell, ex-Olympic 200-meter backstroker, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to Swimming 216 and more importantly to the 52nd edition of the Aquele Mid-Mar Mile, the largest open water event in the world. Come with me, we're going to go find some of the swimmers that have traveled from all around the country to come and swim. I look forward to it. Let's go. So, tell me, what's your name? How old are you and where are you from?
My name is Jordan. I'm 10 years old and I'm from Belito.
Okay, and you're representing which school?
I'm Shlali.
Shlali, and who are your mates here?
Jackson, Harvey and Jordy.
Okay, and tell me, is this the first time you guys swum Mid-Mar Mile before?
Yeah,
first time. You excited or a little bit nervous?
Excited.
Excited,
Yeah.
okay. Well, good luck, eh?
Thank you.
Smash it, guys. Okay.
Hello, my name's Amathia and we're from St. Anne's and we're swimming for Mandisa Foundation.
I'm Claudio Domita. I'm currently 17 years old and I'm from Joburg.
Magic. And you said the race was tough. Walk us through it.
The start already was tough. All of those guys on the best in the country basically. The first 800, the waves were massive and they were smacking all of us. Couldn't find a good slipstream. But after the last checkpoint, I found my stroke and I was pressing home. And then happened to come 9th or 10th.
Magic. And just obviously building towards this event, has this been focus point? What's the preparation been like?
Focus point right now is definitely senior nationals. But this is a good training session for what's to come.
Hi, I'm Annabelle van Renswyk and I'm from Afrikaans Meisiesweer.
Magic. And tell me, obviously you finished swimming now. How was the race?
It was nice, a bit choppy, but it was a very nice race.
Magic. And obviously the chop's picked up a bit now. When you see that, do you have a game plan when it comes to dealing with chop or wind and stuff like that, the conditions?
I would say try and keep your head down, but also you need to see the side, so it's a bit difficult. But if your head's up the whole time, then you swallow so much water. So just try and keep your head down, but it's difficult.
I'm Claire Peterson. I go to school at Wembley College in Greytown. And
How old are you?
15.
15, magic. And tell me, you obviously swam this morning. How was it?
It was good, quite rough at first, but after 600 meters, it was nice, open waters, not too many people around me. Yeah, good swim overall.
My name is Cairo and I'm from Johannesburg.
Johannesburg. And what school are you swimming for today?
The swim school.
The swim school. Okay, and tell me, how was it?
It was very rough. The water was rough and yeah, it was
But
good.
enjoy it?
Yeah.
You do it again next year?
Yeah.
Awesome, well done. So we're joined here by Cody from Florida, Johannesburg. Tell me, Cody, how was the swim?
Oh, it was amazing. It was good. It's a good weather for once. It's not rainy, not wavy. I'm actually enjoying the swim. Great swim.
Magic. And tell me, what kind of preparation have you done to get to this point?
Because I go to the swim school, which is everyone here. I train there every single day, working hard, doing meters, a lot of training. And I take a bit of experience because I used to go to Parktown Boys. So, the training over there also helped out.
My name is Munira Khan. I'm from Ellen Glen High.
Magic. And tell me, how was the race?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was tough at first, but then at the ending, I saw everyone was pushing, so I also pushed along.
Oh, Magic. Tell me, how's the vibe been at the start?
Oh, the vibe was amazing. Everyone was so supportive. We were all cheering for each other. Like, when the cameraman was like, raise your hands, we all raise our hands high as possible.
Oh, Magic. And tell me, I see you brought your entourage here, hey?
I'm Joshua Wright. I'm from Glenwood High School and I'm 15 years old. I'm turning 16 in March.
Magic. And then just to give us an idea of that side, what's the vibe like?
It's exhilarating, I think.
Magic.
Yes.
Magic. And just looking at, obviously you're looking forward to doing it again next year?
Yes.
Magic. Okay, we'll look forward to seeing you. Well done.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Shot, thanks so much. How would you motivate any one of your friends from back school to do the mid-mar next year?
It's very fun. The road trip here is very fun and it's amazing. Such a beautiful place to swim, and it's really a wonderful experience.
Magic, thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you.
Okay,
Me too.
well done. Okay, and tell me, would you recommend to your mates swimming the mid-mar mile next year?
Always, 100%. I always want all my mates to come to the mid-mile because it's amazing. It's a great swim. It's fun. After you swim, you can go have a bite of food somewhere. I love it.
Magic.
I do this every year.
Magic. No, absolute pleasure. Well done.
Thank you.
Magic.
We saw swimmers doing their first mid-mile mile.
How are the nerves? Is this your first mid-mile?
Yeah, this is all of our first mid-mile.
Awesome.
We saw swimmers doing their 50th mid-mile mile. And we even saw Gary Albertine reaching his historic 200th mid-mile mile crossing. In the under-13 boys category, the win was taken by Alan Vesely, who trains at Alcatraz Swimming Club in Johannesburg, in a fantastic time of 22 minutes and 38 seconds, ahead of Noah Nice and Zachariah Hopf. Victory in the girls 13 and under went to Shiloh Kruvagen in a 23:25, with Kira Swanepoel and Romy Lee Smith rounding out the podium. In the phenomenal female elite race, Catherine van Rensburg surged ahead from the start, holding off her Tux teammate, Callan Lotter, to claim victory in 19:49, an impressive finish that saw her dip under the 20-minute mark. A fantastic performance, especially for her first ever Aquele mid-mile mile swim. Callan Lotter wasn't far behind, securing second with a finishing time of 20 minutes and 6 seconds. But the real drama unfolded for third place, where Stephanie Houtman and New Zealander Ruby Heath battled it out in an epic sprint to the finish. In fact, even after a video review, it was impossible to determine who crossed the line first, resulting in the event's first ever tie for third place, a finish for the history books. On the men's side, New Zealander Lewis Clark executed a brilliant tactical race, charging ahead at key moments to grab the 400 meter, 800 meter, and 1,200 meter checkpoint prizes, and capping it off with the overall victory in a time of 19:07. But tuck swimmer Henry Lowe wasn't far behind, staying right on Clark's tail to claim a hard-earned second place with a time of 19:09. The battle for third was a nail-biter, with Matthew Coldwell pushing out to the right for most of the race before launching a fierce final dash, securing the podium spot in a thrillingly close finish.
Matthew Coldwell, 18, from Joburg.
Okay, and you've obviously just come third in the main event. First of all, well done. What a brilliant swim, a dogfight to the end. Walk us through it.
Sure, yo. It was a race and a half. Great swimmers out there. Very happy with my third place. Would have liked to have come first, but happy with my third. And the open water swimmers took it. But my strategy was to stay away from them as much as possible. Unfortunately, they saw me and then they came and jumped on my slip for the last bit. But otherwise, good race.
Magic. And you say, for the open water swimmers, you're obviously very based, pool-wise. Looking forward to next year, obviously you're gaining a wealth of experience here. What would you think, just off right now, what maybe we need to do differently for next year? Get that top spot.
Next year, it's going to be a tough year again. Don't know who's coming from the international side, but definitely my Tix boys are going to be here again, racing hard. But I think getting maybe a few more swims in during the weekend, just to feel the water. It was unexpected because I swam this morning in the 31 and over category, and it wasn't choppy back then, so it was just a bit unfortunate with the weather change.
Magic. Well, obviously you've been a great ambassador for us, at this event, and look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you so much.
Magic.
We also witnessed an incredible victory from Alani Ferreira in the visually impaired category, skillfully guided across the dam by none other than Dutch Olympic gold medalist Sharon van Roenvelt. In the physically impaired category, Tracy Mackay and James Willers emerged triumphant, claiming top honours. Meanwhile, the deaf category saw amazing performances from swimming legend Terence Parkin, as well as Maritza Snyders, who secured their well-deserved wins. And in the intellectually impaired category, Aaron Putz and Cornelia Fowler made waves, taking home gold for their outstanding swims. Simply incredible. A massive shout out to every single swimmer who tackled this year's Ekwele Midmar Mile. Your energy and determination made this event unforgettable. And a special mention to all of those swimmers who used their love for swimming to raise money for a charity, making a difference in other people's lives. Swimming is not just about competition. It's a powerful tool for change, and we love to see it. After this short break, we're going to be catching up with an Olympic icon who was at Midmar Dam to do incredible work with their foundation. I'll give you a hint. He always wears his goggles around his neck. Can you guess who I'm talking about? Stay tuned because you won't want to miss this. Welcome back to Swimming on 216. Did you manage to guess our guest correctly? Martin Binedell had the chance to sit down with South African swimming legend Chad le Clos at Midmar Dam. So let's catch up with them and hear their conversation.
So we're back here at Midmar, day 2 of the 52nd edition of the Equator Midmar Mile, and I'm joined by a good friend, but a man that needs no introduction, Chad le Clos.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me. Yeah, good man. Good to see you.
Yeah, how's things been?
Things have been great. I've been missing the Midmar over the last few years, but it's been nice to just be a part of it. And obviously with the charity being here, it's been an amazing day. Amazing 2 days for me, and then obviously today's the biggest day, you know, the Sunday of Midmar. We've swum a few over the years, and Martin's always coming in front of me. So yeah,
because you're swimming butterfly though.
No. It's never been my thing, but you know what? It's an amazing day. I'm sure you can agree.
Yes, yeah, 100%. And tell me, just obviously the start of the year, how things been going?
Yeah, for me at the minute, I'm on a break. So after the World Short Course in December, I decided before to take like a full 2 months off, 10 weeks, let the body heal. So I'm doing some testing this week for my lower back. We've obviously got a little bit of injuries over the last couple of years, wear and tear. And obviously the right shoulder where the injury was before the Olympics. So we're just going to have some scans done on that with MRIs and make a decision on the rehab process. And we're taking off the World Championships, and I'm going to be the ambassador for the World Champs.
Magic.
So I'm going to be going there for 3 weeks. It's going to be very, very exciting. Yeah, and then we're going to try come back in October for the World Cups, which I think is going to be in America. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, that's where we're going to hopefully be.
Exciting times.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's good to have you back at Midmar.
Thank you.
You know, how's the experience been so far? You know, the vibe's always great. Yeah, how's it been being back here?
Like I said, it's been amazing. For me, I think the biggest thing is just like the platform that I have and getting to see all the kids and the youngsters and the next generation. I mean, I met a kid earlier that was 11, and he's taking a picture of me. I'm looking, I'm like, but you weren't born when I won the Olympics, you know what I mean? So, you know, we were joking off camera about, you know, how we were together in Tokyo. I mean, that was already 4 years ago. It could have been like
4 years ago.
It feels like 6 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Here we are. So it's time flies, and I think it's just I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in. And like I said, with the Chad le Clos Foundation, we're helping a lot of kids. We're helping swimming. I think we're one of the only few charities that is actually actively helping the swimmers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just very excited about that, and I'm passionate about that. And we've got some projects that we're working on over the course of the next like 6 to 10 weeks. While I'm still in South Africa, and then I'm going to shoot off to the Middle East for a little bit, and then I'll be back and forth. So yeah,
magic. Obviously, the weather was similar to you know, 2 days ago to what it is today. What is the swim like? How's me back doing a mile?
Guys, I'm feeling like the shoulders already thinking about that swim. No, look, the conditions were great. It was a little chilly, so I didn't prepare for it to be that cold. We stayed at a friend's house up in Hilton, so. Obviously coming from Pinetown, it was like 36 the day before we drove up, and then the next morning 16. Like,
16.
Okay, great, no jacket. It was unbelievable. I think what was nice about it was I wasn't swimming it obviously competitively. It was nice just to swim. We swam with a bus, so it was like 5 or 6 of us that swam together, cross the line together, and I think that's more important right now. You know, I think for next year, I'm hoping to do all 8 miles if it's going to be part of the preparation. If obviously physically I can handle that, which I hopefully can. So we're going to encourage a lot of kids, and they can swim with me, you know, so it won't be like I'm swimming it competitively. We'll maybe do the main race on Sunday, more for the you know, to see what happens. But yeah, the charity swim on the Thursday and Friday is really, really great.
The focus now moving back to the foundation. Tell us more about, you know, someone that hasn't heard of the Chad le Clos Foundation. You just tell us more about it. Basically, how it came about.
So ever since I won the Olympics in 2012, I had a big platform, and I always wanted to give back. You know, I think coming from humble beginnings, you understand that. And I think when we had we had an academy launch in it was April 2017, and it was shut due to COVID in Cape Town. And at the same time, we're working on a foundation, but we wanted to make sure that it was done right. So we launched the foundation in January 2019. Also, horrible timing, just before COVID. But what was amazing was we had a couple swimmers swimming at the Midmar that year, and we're up to 21 this year. Little about the foundation, you know, we're giving back to swimmers of all ages. We going into the communities, we're helping develop some facilities there. We providing kits for swimmers that don't have, because there's a lot of pools that people don't have the fins, caps, goggles and stuff. So we're providing stuff to the kids, but mainly the community work is what we're focusing on over the course of the next 10 weeks, like I said. So we've got some projects that we're going to be doing. We've got 2 in Durban, 1 in Joburg and 2 in Cape Town before Nationals in April. So it's every 3rd weekend we're going to be doing some stuff.
Magic.
And yeah, I want to say a big thank you to all the swimmers that swam for me, all 21 of them. It was a pleasure to swim with you guys, and hopefully we'll have some more next year.
Magic, yeah. And obviously, you know, building on that, what's kind of the long-term, you know, mission or goal for the foundation?
I think for me, you know, to be honest with you, it started off like the academy initially started off as a legacy project for me, because I've always been, you know me, I'm a proud guy. I want to give back and I want my name to be remembered, you know, in history. And I think for me to cement my legacy, you have to give back. You look at all the great champions, and you know, my dad does a lot of charity behind the scenes long before I was even born that people don't know about and we don't post about, because it's not what we don't do that for that, you know. But we've grown so much over the course of the last 5 years. Obviously COVID was a bit of a tough one, but we've got a lot of corporates coming on board now, and yeah, it's just about giving back really. And swimming is a necessity, you know, and we have one of the highest drowning rates in the world. And that's, especially in Durban, it's crazy. We have so many dams, so many lakes, so many pools. It's the climate for swimming.
Flooding as well.
Flooding, absolutely. So for us, it's the most important thing is water safety, and that's something that we're really focusing on in the communities at the minute. And then the next step is obviously learn to swim, and you know, obviously sponsoring a couple young athletes that are coming through the system from the communities, and yeah, doing a lot of workshops. That's kind of what I'm doing at the minute, because obviously I have some time off now over the course of the next 6 months. But yeah, just making sure that it's done properly, you know, making sure that I have good people involved. You know, I don't want to, there's no funny business, it's all straight up. We want people that are just pro bono work.
Yeah,
so yeah.
Committed to the cause.
Committed to the cause, exactly, you know, and you feel good about it. You know, for me, it's been such a blessing to come here. Really, I've really enjoyed it, you know, and you met some amazing stories, and you have got like Chad Gifford, you know, he's got no legs. I mean, come on, I mean, I swam it because of him. He's like, I saw him on the Thursday, and he's like, "Are you going to swim?" I was like, "Oh, you know, he's like, "Oh, it's okay." I'm like, "No, I'm swimming. Like, I'm definitely gonna," you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just like, there's some stories there that are just like, you know, people look at me for inspiration, but these guys are the real heroes, not me.
Yeah, actually inspiring Wayne, the director, as well.
Yeah,
kind of knock-on effect. No, I'm getting roped into it too.
You're gonna swim next year for us, eh?
So, obviously, people watching this, how do people get involved with the foundation?
So you go through the chadleclos.com website, sorry. And yeah, my mom is basically doing all the administration.
Yes, yeah.
And we are actively involved as a family. So I think what's nice is we make it a personal touch. Like my mom does everything.
Yes,
she literally comes in on a
awesome.
Wednesday, and she just, and my mom, if you know my mom, she's making sure everything's done there. Everyone's got their own little things. But yeah, we personalize everything. We make sure that we get the names done. And next year we're going to do something really exciting, because we've got, I think, a few more guys that have already signed up. So we're going to, and we're not going to challenge the Pink Drive or Cow, obviously, Chuck Cow. But you know, for me, it's just about growing all the charities. And I think, yeah, obviously just getting in touch with everybody and doing some collabs. And yeah, we're going to obviously do some stuff with some other high-profile foundations over the course of the next 12 months. But yeah, very excited.
What a better place to do it than the Mid-Mile Mile. I mean,
100%.
Already so many different...
No, absolutely.
I mean, not just a swim, just
absolutely.
Such a great channel for other organizations to get involved as well.
No, it's amazing. I think, I want to give a shout out to Wayne, you know, for all the things that he's done for the Mid-Mile. But yeah, also for me, I think it's great that we're involved. And, you know, you look at a guy like Terence Parker, and I think he's done, I don't know how many he's done, but like he swam like 16 the last 2 days. He swam another 2 today. He swam with Wayne, he swam with the kids. And I mean, it's inspiring to see guys like him. And he was my childhood hero growing up, you know. So yeah, one day, I don't know if I'm doing 16, but you know what I mean? I'll definitely be, every year that I was able to come, I've always been here, you know. I've always been a fan of the Mid-Mile. I've always been a fan of just being here on the day and, you know, just enjoying the sun and, you know, having a chip and dip sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's just great fun.
You touched on this already, but you know, start of Olympic cycle. You've spoken about obviously now just sorting out a couple of issues, you know, injuries and stuff. Long term wise, for the next 4 years, what's the kind of regime or process is going to look like?
So I think if you'd asked me in a few days, because I'm literally going tomorrow for my MRI, so I would be able to give you a more clearer picture. But at the minute, the plan is to go for 1 more Olympics. No one's done 5. I'd love to go to 5. I believe I can do 5. I believe that with a change in my program, a change in the approach, I think that I made a lot of mistakes in the last 2 years in Germany, where I was training too hard. I know that sounds ridiculous for the people back home, but I was overtraining as a 31, 32-year-old, and in swimming, that's very, very old. You know, like not many people make it to this age. You know, so. Yeah, just obviously have had a lot of injuries, wear and tear over the years, which I'm not complaining about because I've had an unbelievable career. So if this is it, you know, and it's not going to be it.
Yeah.
But if the doctors say that I can't and I need surgery in my lower back and there's nerve damage, then I'll have to reconsider my options because I'm not going to risk my health, unfortunately. But yeah, I want to come back, and if it means I got to be at Kara and physio every day, I'll do that because I want to go to 5 and I want to go to Commonwealth next year. I need 1 more medal. Short course, I have 3 more medals I need to achieve. So there's a lot of things I'd like to try and achieve, but you know, we definitely coming at it from a different perspective than I was maybe 10 years ago. So we'll see what happens. I'm still, the competitive nature is still there, so don't get me wrong. I'd still like to challenge those youngsters, trust me. I think about it every day when I'm in the shower, but I have to be smart and I have to pick my battles and I have to be mature about the races that I swim.
Yes, yeah.
I can't, I'm a very proud guy, Anyone just looks at me funny in the arena, I want to race them, you know what I mean? So I have to be, I just want to, I want to be a good inspiration for the kids, but I also want to do this for me now, this has been, I want to keep going. I still feel like I have unfinished business, even though I'm very happy with my career. Like if I retired today, I'd be very satisfied with it, but I just want that one more Olympics, man.
Yeah,
I want 5.
Well, us older guys are obviously always going to be rooting because.
Thank you, brother. Hey,
yeah,
the buddies are hanging on there, bro.
If you had to just quickly, think of the year, what are you most excited about this year? Just for the for the next 10 months, what are you most excited for?
To be honest, this has been the strangest time of my life because I've never taken off this much time. It's been the first time in like 16, 17 years where I haven't actually had a training camp in January. Or like right now, I wouldn't be like rushing from training to mid-March. Like I haven't done anything since, I don't know what it is, December the 12th or 13th. So I haven't done anything. I haven't even done a weight. I've played a little bit of paddle here and there. I'm 8.5 kilos overweight. So I've had a really good time with my friends and my family. I've really recharged the batteries nicely, but I'm excited to get back to work. What I'm probably most looking forward to is the work that I'm gonna do with my foundation. I've also got exciting news coming. I'm gonna be opening a Chad Leclerc Academy in South Africa. We're going to do an online program which is going to be available to a lot of people. I can't explain how that's going to work just yet, but there'll be big news coming soon, as well as we're going to be opening in the Middle East. So yeah, we're going to have some really, really cool opportunities now for, like I said, this is for my legacy. This is for leaving behind, one day in 20 years time, I'd like to say that I could have made it possible for some kids to achieve their dreams of going to Olympics and potentially winning a medal or two.
Yeah, no,
so that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, no, magic, and I think especially kind of bridging that gap that maybe a lot of swimmers in our country, miss out on is that kind of, you've got your different levels and stuff, but just kind of bridging that spark that kind of takes them through.
Exactly. You talk about the spark, but I think what's also important for the viewers back home to understand is that we have a country of 60 million, right? We have like 3,500 registered swimmers. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
You look at like European countries that have like 5-7 million, like Hungary. They have 650,000 registered swimmers. You know what I'm trying to say, which is unbelievable. And I'm not saying we have to be like them, but I'm saying that we should have more people swimming. And unfortunately, because of the structures that we've had over the last, 40 years, whatever it is, it's not quite good enough. You know how it is. We're always hustling to make things work, and swimming is it should be a mainstream sport. We have so many champions. Tatiana over the last couple of years now. We've got youngsters coming through. Peter Kutsy's had outstanding 2 years. We've got so many people that are going to carry the legacy of swimming in South Africa. It all kicked off for us with Penny and Terrence and obviously the relay boys and Cameron, myself. And, at the end of the day, we want to keep that legacy going, but we need to have some more structures put in place. We need better facilities. If you're not swimming with the big clubs, it's very hard to make it. So hopefully with my opportunity, I'm going to hopefully just give more kids the opportunity to bridge that gap between, do I want to be competitive and do I want to take it to the next level? There are going to be a lot of tears, and I believe that I have the experience to help them with that.
Yeah, awesome. 4 training tips from Chad Leclerc. What do they be?
Most important is underwaters from a young age. Just practice underwaters. I'd say practice the small things like the turns. Tuck your chin in before you see the tee. When you do the turn, answer the phone. Bring the hand back. Work on your starts, work on your small things. Because as a kid, if you're training too hard, you're going to get found out when you're 17, 18. So you get these kids that are training at like crazy. Crazy when they're 10, 11, 12. But if you're like really, really good and you work on your skills at that age, you're not abusing your body. You're just sharpening the mind.
Yeah, longevity. At the end
longevity,
of the day.
And I think that's the most important thing. Work on your skills.
Magic. Chad, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's lovely been having you.
Thank you, my brother. Always a pleasure.
It's lovely seeing you again. Yeah. And thanks so much. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thanks very much.
How awesome is it to hear what Chad Leclerc is up to through his foundation and the impact that he is making and planning to make on the sport of swimming. I really find it so inspiring to see a legend of swimming giving back and making it his legacy to improve our sport. And I hope that it will inspire swimmers and former swimmers to do the same. Together, we can make such a huge difference. Speaking of Chad Leclerc, today we're heading back to his alma mater to relive the excitement of one of the most epic jewels in the pool, the legendary Nesta Paradis Gala. This event was hosted annually by Westville Boys High School in the pool named after Chad le Clos himself. The school pools around South Africa have been absolutely bubbling over with fierce competition and unforgettable moments. This prestigious Nesta Parodies Gala is a true showdown of talent, with 12 of South Africa's top boys' schools battling it out in relays that get the crowd roaring. The biggest names in KZN were in the water, along with powerhouse schools like Grey College, Uffies, St. David's, Pretoria Boys High, and St. Benedict's from Johannesburg, all coming together for this intense competition. Held at Westville's golden Chad le Clos pool, even the pouring rain couldn't dampen the spirits of the swimmers or the crowd. From the very first buzzer, we knew we were in for a treat. The big favourites going into the event were Westville Boys High, who've had a stranglehold on this competition for the past decade. After being dethroned in 2023 by St. Benedict's, Westville put on a terrific show to regain their title in 2024, and it seemed that they had every intention of backing it up again this year. It didn't take long for the rivalry between Westville Boys and St. Benedict's to heat up, with these two contenders going head-to-head in a series of absolutely electrifying races. In the boys' 4x50 medley relay, both teams stopped the clock at exactly the same time, resulting in a rare joint victory. And if that wasn't exciting enough, the 6x50 freestyle ladder relay saw Westville and St. Benedict's battling it out to the very last stroke, with swimmers from every age group pushing the limits. In a nail-biting finish, St. Benedict's managed to clinch the victory by just 0.27 seconds ahead of Westville. Talk about neck-and-neck action. In the midst of all this intense competition, records were also smashed. Westville Boys 4x50 breaststroke relay team put on a masterclass, shattering the previous record by swimming a blistering 2:02.67, well ahead of the old mark of 2:04.15 set by Grey College in 2018. But that wasn't all. The under-15 Westville boys also rewrote their own record in the 4x50 backstroke relay, shaving a full second off their previous best to clock a new time of 1:56.16. After 26 thrilling events, the points were tallied and the results were in. Westville Boys High School are back on top, claiming victory with an impressive 291.5 points, followed by St. Benedict's with 256.5 points. Grey College, Durban High School, and Uffies High School rounded out the top 5 with strong performances all around. What a fantastic afternoon of swimming at the Nesta Parodies Gala. But that is just the beginning. With regional championships coming up around the country in the next few weeks, we are sure to see some fierce competition, and the best is yet to come. Make sure to download the SuperSport Schools app so that you can stay up to date with all of the magic of school swimming. As always, we'll be back next week, same time, same place, for another exciting episode of Swimming on 216 in partnership with Curo. Set your reminders for 7 p.m. Have a great week, and I'll see you then.